Hey, real quick before we start the video, I just want to say I love and appreciate all the people that's been commenting on my videos so far. I really appreciate you guys. And like and subscribe, baby. Let's get into this Arlong video. Part 1. Part 2 is coming out probably next week or this weekend. I don't know. These arcs are getting longer. Are longer. Arlong Park, baby, let's get it. The episode starts off with Luffy, Sanji heading to Arlong Park to find that thieving ass broad Nami. Yasuko tells him about Arlong, and Luffy and Sanji can give a shit. Yasuko tells him about how Arlong is a fishman, and Luffy draws a picture of what he thinks fishmen look like. It's pretty funny, it's pretty spot on. Good job, Luffy. Yasuko tells him that the Grand Line is known for being a pirate graveyard for a reason, and one of them being the 7 warlords. They're basically like 7 really strong pirates that are authorized by the world government. They're the world government lapdogs. He also tells him that the man that beat Zoro's ass, the last arc, Drake-Kill Mihawk, is one of them. Luffy's like, oh, that's dope! It's the first time they talk about the warlords. And these are prominent figures, guys. Yasuko also tells him about one particular warlord called Jinbei, another fisherman. And Luffy draws a picture of what Jinbei might look like. And again, he's spot on. And this is the first time Jinbei is mentioned in the story. You won't see him for a long time, so, you know, just hang on. Sanji, being the boss that he is, decides to cook for the guys. It cuts back to Nami, heading to Arlong Park on the going merry that she stole. Next scene cuts to Arlong doing business with some weasel looking ass marine, or weasel sneaky looking ass dude. The next scene shows Nami arriving at Arlong Park, and then they show a kid getting ready to fight Arlong because Arlong killed his daddy. But that's when Nami smacks the shit out this kid, tells his little ass to go home, but she throws a stack at him. Go home, bro. You ain't finna do nothing to Arlong. Get the hell out of here. The episode cuts back to Zoro, Johnny, and Usopp arriving at Arlong Park. Johnny tells Usopp and Zoro that they gotta be covert and to not do anything stupid. And that's when they show Zoro like, hey, I'm ready to fuck shit up, bro. Let's get it. I wanna fight, bro. Let's get it. That's when Usopp and Johnny knock his dumb ass out. And then they tie him up. They then spot the going merry. It was right there, let's get it. Usopp tells Zoro, hey, just chill here. We're gonna go get this boat real quick. Chill out. We know you're a goofball. You know you like to fight. But we ain't having that shit, so just chill out on the boat. As they approach the going merry, they spot a couple fishmen near it, guarding it. That's when they show Johnny get scared, but not Usopp. Usopp is basically more scared of himself and what he would do to the fishmen. Usopp will beat that ass, baby. That's when the fishmen spot the boat that they're in passing by. They decide to jump in the water and pursue them. That's when Johnny decides to run away like a little bitch and jumps in the water to swim away. Usopp decides to go with them, but only to protect them, of course. The fishermen jump on the boat, and they find only Zoro on the boat, still tied up. It's a cold world out here, baby. Usopp and Johnny swim to shore and find a destroyed village. Usopp wonders what happened. Johnny says he heard a rumor that Arlong was there a few weeks back. He tells Usopp about the strength that fishmen have. Fishman approaches Usopp from behind, and Johnny runs away behind a building. And to lure the fishmen away from Johnny, Usopp decides to run. They then show Usopp get tripped by that goofy ass kid that Nami slapped up earlier. The kid mistakes the god for a fishman and tries to attack him. That's not a fishman, baby, that's a god. Put some respect on his name. But then a girl appears out of nowhere on some shank shit and cracks this little dude right over the head. This kid is taking mad L's. First Nami cracked his ass, then this girl cracks him. Go home, little fella. Go home. Oh, you should have took that money. You should have stayed home. Stop playing. Usopp whips out the slingy and prepares to wreck that fucking fisherman that was chasing him. the chick pulls out a hammer and cracks Usopp right over the head. Now, this chick is just handing out L's too, man. She's just whacking everybody too. She then drags Usopp's body out of view. She tells the fisherman, hey, there was a long-nosed guy and he ran that way. Basically saved the fisherman's life because Usopp was about to fuck his shit up. Let's be real. The scene cuts back to the boat where Luffy's on, and they show Sanji whipping up food like a boss. You know what I'm saying? Real Salt Bay type stuff. From underneath the boat, in the sea floor, they show some sort of sea creature wake up and start swimming upwards towards the boat. Back to Luffy and Yasuko smacking up food. They then show an overview of the boat and they show the sea creature following them. Later, the two fishermen that jumped on the boat that Zoro was in arrive at Arlong Park, with Zoro still tied up, of course. So Arlong talking to Zoro, and he basically asks, what the fuck you doing here, bro? And Zoro responds, I'm looking for this dumbass bro that stole my boat, you fish bastard. Arlong's like, watch your fucking mouth. I'll whoop your ass in the water and on land, little baby boy. Watch your mouth. And that's when Nami comes out. Arlong reveals that she is part of his crew, that she is his navigator. And right there, Zoro's like, that's when Nami walks up to Zoro and is basically like, bro, I've been playing you guys all along, stupid. Oh, goofy ass boy. The next scene shows Luffy, Sanji, and Yasuko smacking down food. Doing what I'd be doing if Sanji was my chef, you feel me? Now, they're the last ones to leave the Baratie, so they're a little bit further behind than Usopp and Zoro, but they're on their way to Arlong Park to fuck shit up. Don't get it twisted. Sanji notices that there's something under the water. Then, out of nowhere, a fucking giant sea cow pops up out the water. And that's when Yasuko shits his fucking pants. Second, the sea cow kind of like stares at them. And that's when Yasuko is like, oh bro, I think he wants the food that we've been smacking. And Luffy's like, the fuck we are? You got me fucked up, papa. And you know what Luffy does? Luffy does what Luffy does. And proceeds to crack this motherfucking sea cow right in the mouth. That's when the sea cow pops back up out the water. And you see Luffy just cock back. He's ready to go again, round two. Let's get it. That's when Sanji gives Luffy the sweet chin music like Shawn Michaels. Pink! Sanji's like, hey, it's a baby cow. It's just a baby, bro. He's hungry. Chill out. Let me feed him. Sanji walks up to the cow, and he's about to hand him a plate of food. And right before the sea cow, the little baby sea cow takes a bite of the food. Sanji gives him a fucking sweet chin music right to the face. Pink! Bow! Motherfucker. And that's when Yasuko's like, whoa, bro, what's going on? What's going on? Sanji's like, hey, you about to eat me, bro. I'm not gonna let this sea cow eat me. Baby sea cow pops up out of the water again and charges to the boat. Luffy gets ready to crack, right? He's about to get ready to crack. And Sanji's again like, I got this, bro. And that's when you see Sanji run up the mast like some fucking Naruto ninja. Ooh, you like what I did with you? If you guys don't know, Sanji's original name was supposed to be Naruto, so look it up. Runs up the mast, and he proceeds to... Listen, bro, this cow is taking L's. Luffy cracked him once, and Sanji just whoops his ass, so poor sea cow, man. They cut back to the god Usopp, and he wakes up in that chick's house, the one that knocked him out earlier. The chick says her name is Noshiko, and she grows tangerines. Show the kid right there on the table with him. The one that Nami smacked up. And I'm gonna keep this short. She basically tells this kid, hey, you're a fucking dumbass, man, for trying to attack Arlong by yourself. Like, your dumbass needs to go fucking home. You don't have what it takes to suffer for revenge. I felt that in my core, bro. She says, you don't have what it takes to suffer for revenge. Get your stupid ass the hell up out of here. Because revenge takes time. On some real cold shit, bro. Some real cold shit. I like Noshiko, though. She's cool. And she asks Usopp, like, why the fuck you here? You know what I'm saying? What you doing on this island? And Usopp tells her, hey, I'm looking for this fucking broad that stole our goddamn ship. Her name's Nami. That's what Noshiko tells him. Nami is a part of Arlong's pirate. Noshiko also tells Usopp that Nami is her adopted sister. and they were both orphans. And that house they're in is the same house they grew up in. It cuts back to Arlong, Zoro, and Nami. And Nami's right there still talking shit to Zoro like, "Ha, you a dummy," right? Arlong tells Zoro like, "You shouldn't have trusted Nami, bro. She's a cold piece. She even betrayed her own damn family." And that's when Zoro notices that Nami makes like a weird ass face like. That's when Zoro's like, "I never trusted this fucking skeezer, bro. I never trusted her, right? I never did. I'm just following my captain, because he a dummy." And that's when he jumps in the pool of water behind him, completely forgetting that he's surrounded by a bunch of goddamn fishmen. You feel me? He's not smart, Zoro. Not smart at all. And that's when Nami jumps in and saves his dumb ass. Zoro looks at her and tells Nami, like, "Stop trying to pretend that you're some kind of tough guy, baby girl. You ain't about this life. I'm on some real cold shit." Well, he didn't say all that, but I'm paraphrasing you guys, but that's what he tells her. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to pretend. I see it in your eyes. You ain't cold with it like that. That's when Nami serves him the meanest body blow of all time. Just, bam! Body shot right to the gut. Stop running your mouth, bro. He has the strongest ornament hockey in the whole series, guys. If you don't know what hockey is, I'm making a hockey video later, but whatever. Nami then cocks back and hits the subscribe button, just like you guys should. Hit that subscribe button. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. They then show the fishermen that chased Usopp earlier come and tell Arlong that Zoro's not alone, that he came with a long-nosed dude and he's seen him. And he probably ran off to Kokoyashi village. Arlong's like, "Alright, good. I gotta go there, handle some business anyway. So, let's get it." Arlong then asks Nami what you want to do with Zoro, stupid ass. And Nami's like, "Just lock him up. I'll kill him when I have the time later. Just lock his dumb ass up real quick." They then show an old man sitting in Kokoyashi village. And all the villagers scatter because Arlong walks in this town with his crew and approaches this old man. He got like a whole bunch of stitches on his hand and they call him Genzo or some shit like that. Ain't nobody give a fuck about you, Genzo. Whatever. He ain't really, like, he ain't too important in the grand scheme of things, but he is for this art, you feel me? He approaches this old man because he found out that this old man was hoarding weapons on his island. And Arlong ain't about that shit. You see Noshiko and Usopp watching from afar behind a wall, and Noshiko tells Usopp that Arlong basically runs this island like a mob boss. Everyone has to pay a tribute to even live on that bitch, you feel me? Even children. Everybody gotta pay. If you don't, he gonna destroy your shit. Noshiko then tells Usopp about Gosha. And it was the same town that Usopp and Johnny saw earlier when they arrived on shore. It was all that town with the fucking flipped up building and shit. That town, they didn't pay their tribute. Arlong just fucked it up, right? He just destroyed that shit. Cut back to Nami walking into Zoro's cell with a knife. It's looking like she's gonna try to stab him up, even though we already know Nami ain't finna do shit to Zoro. But she does what we all think she's gonna do, and she frees him and tells him, "Get the fuck up." Arlong is on his fucking way. She then leaves him a sword. That's all he needs, baby. It then cuts back to Arlong, and he grabs Genzo by the throat. Arlong basically says, "Hey, I'm about to kill you, bro. You know damn well you ain't supposed to be hoarding weapons. I gotta kill you just to make an example out of you." Noshiko runs out of nowhere, tries to stop Arlong for killing the poor bastard. And all the villagers come outside like they're gonna help. Let him go! Knowing damn well they ain't finna do anything to the fishmen. Like, why you guys trying to act all hard now for? You know what I mean? They took your village over. You know damn well you ain't finna do shit. Knock it off. And Genzo tells him almost the same thing. Like, get your asses back inside the house. You ain't finna do shit, alright? Arlong then laughs at him and then proceeds to choke slam his fucking ass like the fucking Undertaker. Arlong then picks this guy up and he's about to choke slam his ass again when he gets popped out of nowhere with a smoke bomb. By who? The god himself, Usopp. Everybody looks up and on the rooftop they see the legend himself standing there, trembling in fear, shaking in fear. And what is he afraid of? If he's a god, you might ask? He ain't afraid of the fishmen. I honestly think he's afraid of himself. Like, he knows if they fucking piss him off, he could destroy that whole fucking village on accident. You feel me? On some Majin Buu shit. He's standing there scared, and I'm like, damn, Usopp, control yourself. They're not worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's when they show Arlong. Then show Arlong grab the whole fucking house, pick it up like it's a fucking lunchbox, and just throw the bitch. It doesn't do shit to Usopp because he's a god, so he runs off, right? And he runs off to lure the fishmen away from the village. He does it again, the second time he does it. Before Arlong is dragged off by his own men because he's enraged too, he might destroy the town too. He tells some of his men to chase after Usopp. Fishmen walk away, they show Nami walking the town, right? Talking to a grave marker. She's then interrupted and approached by her sister Noshiko. Nami tells her she's close to her goal. She's 7 million berries shy of 100 million. And that's how much she needs to buy back the island from Arlong. She basically made a deal with Arlong. If I pay you 100 million berries, you get the fuck up out of here and you leave this island alone. They cut back to Zoro in Arlong's main courtyard and a bunch of fishmen that he just bodied. And they show him chilling on Arlong's chair like a boss. Hey, yo, you guys, listen. Zoro, if you haven't known by now, Zoro's that dude, man. If this is your first time watching One Piece, you're starting to get, like, Zoro's that motherfucking dude, bro. Feel me? He ain't a bitch by any means possible. They then show Luffy and company getting their boat towed by that baby cow they beat up. I'm heading to Arlong Park. It's at this moment, bro, I'm like, man, this baby cow is taking L's. You and that little ass boy, y'all taking mad L's, man. Y'all need to go home. Poor baby sea cow, bro. He was just hungry. Luffy's like, nah, bitch. Luffy and Sanji are close. On the Arlong Park, baby. Scene cuts back to Usopp being chased by the fishmen. And at this point, he's just basically having fun, teasing them, doing what a god does. They show him crack a couple of them with a bunch of eggs right in the face. Bink, 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 bink. Because that's Usopp. He's just having fun. And runs to the edge of the grass near a cliff. Then hides behind a tree. Because, you know, he's tired of playing with them. He doesn't want to destroy them or kill them. So he decides, hey, I'm just going to hide and maybe they'll run off. And that's when he executes the most perfect dismount from the cliff. And he does a triple somersault and he lands at the bottom of the cliff. And they show at the bottom of the cliff, they show another fisherman asking another villager where Usopp went. But the fisherman then spots Usopp and approaches him. And listen, I don't know the name of this big lip bastard, but I'm going to call him Rick. Hi, Rick. Spoiler warning. He's about to get his shit dismantled by the gods, so I'm just letting you know right now. They show Zoro back at Arlong Park waiting for Luffy to arrive. He then spots someone on the other side of the courtyard wall. And it's an octopus man called Hachan. But let's call him Hachi for right now. Hi, Hachi. And another spoiler warning, he's about to get his shit fucked up too later on in the arc. I need to stop doing that. Hachi tells Zoro that Arlong went back to Kokoyashi village to pursue that long-nosed man. And at this point, you guys, Hachan is a dipshit. He's not the smartest guy in the bundle. He doesn't really know that Zoro is a prisoner or whatever. He didn't hear the commotion of Zoro fucking up all the guys in the courtyard, but he's a dipshit. That's when Hachan tells him, get in the barrel, I got you, bro. I'm gonna get you over there. They then show Arlong return to his courtyard and sees the mess that Zoro made. One of the dying fishermen tells him that it was Roronoa Zoro. And at this point, they show Arlong, and he basically knows the name of Roronoa Zoro, but he doesn't know that the man they had captured was him. And that's when they show Rick carrying Usopp by the nose. They show Zoro arrive at Kokoyashi village, and then Hachan takes off. They then cut back to the fishermen, and one of the fishermen tells Arlong that he thinks Nami helped Zoro escape. And that's when Nami walks in and is like, yo, all y'all motherfuckers tripping, man. I didn't do it, even though we all know she did. But the fisherman then tells her he found a map in her room. It then cuts back to Zoro, and one of the villagers tells him that Usopp's been captured. That's when Zoro decides to go back to the main courtyard. And good luck, Zoro. Good luck. They show Hachi arrive back at Arlong Park in the main courtyard. That's when they show Usopp, and he decides to reach for his slingy to buy Zoro some more time. and he's gonna try to escape these fishermen bastards. But Nami sees him. She picks up a stick and cracks him in the mouth. Usopp reaches for one of his smoke bombs and shoots him. But Nami's not fooled. She then grabs a knife and then stabs him. Bam! Right in the stomach. And that's when he falls into the water.
Rest in peace.
They then show Johnny. He sees all of this. He's watching from behind a wall like a little bitch. You then see the big fishman approach Nami and basically tells her, hey, I'm sorry for doubting you. I don't know this fish man's name. Let's call him Bruno. It cuts back to Luffy and company arriving at Arlong Park. But since the baby cow that they beat the crap out of is all discombobulated, he's all dizzy, they just beat the shit out of him, he veers off course and he veers off to the right. It cuts back to Nami walking into her map room. She hears a rumble outside like a big crash. And you see Luffy and the boat that he's on just flying through the air, flying across the island. Luffy loves making a grand entrance. And what do you know? They find Zoro's lost ass walking around in the jungle. And they crash into him. Bink! After all the wreckage is settled, Johnny walks up to them and he finds them also. And he tells the whole group that Usopp is dead and that Nami killed him. Johnny says that Nami was a traitor all along. And that she's been winning Arlong's favor so she could have the treasure that's buried in Kokoyashi village. This is the first time they mention a treasure. Luffy gets fucking mad. Nami wouldn't fucking do that. You better shut your mouth, fuck. Beat your ass. And that's when Nami appears out of nowhere. She basically asks the guys, what the fuck are you guys doing here? You guys need to get the fuck up out of here. Arlong's on his way to fuck all you guys up. You need to get the fuck up out of here. They show Sanji being a lover boy. Come on, Sanji. You need to slow it down, puppy.
Get it together, Sanj.
Zoro, and he asks Nami, where's Usopp? And Nami says, well, he's sleeping with the fishes, Papa. He's done. It's a done deal for that guy. That's when Zoro rushes Nami. But then he's stopped by Sanji. Sanji throws a kick, whoop, misses him. Blink. And this is one of the first times you see a Zoro and Sanji, like, you see their rivalry built up. The inner crew rivalry that everybody loves. And for all you Sanji fans, I'm sorry, but he ain't doing shit to Zoro. I love both of them. I love Sanji, I love Zoro. I'm neither biased, but realistically speaking, Sanji ain't doing shit to Zoro.
Sanji's taking a hard L if he fights Zoro at any point in One Piece.
But Sanji stops Zoro and he tells him, like, hey, you ain't gonna hit a lady in front of me. And you know, you get extra points for being a gentleman, Sanji. You get extra points. Everybody, round of applause. But at this point of the story, I'm like, Zoro, cut this fucking dumb broad, bro. Cut her. Because I didn't know what was happening in the story. But I'm like, Nami gotta go. You feel me? She gotta go. But yeah, Nami tells him, get the fuck up out of there. She's not joining the crew. She was only there to rob her. And that's when Luffy's like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm about to take a fucking nap. I'm going to sleep. Good night, guys. They then show Marine ship heading to Arlong Park. The Marine ship fires a cannonball right at Arlong, chilling in his main courtyard. But you know what Arlong the Savage does? That bastard catches it with his mouth and crushes it like a grape on some savage shit. Way to go, Arlong. Points for that. And points for the Marines for firing a cannonball right at Arlong. Good aim, but it didn't do shit. But good aim, at least you tried. And that's when Rick, Bruno, and Hachi are dispatched. And basically sink the Marine ship within minutes. They create a giant fucking vortex, and they sink that bitch within minutes. Like, it's not even... It's over before it even started, let's be real. But yeah, bye Marines. Fuck out of here. It cuts back to Yasuko and Johnny telling Big Bro Zoro, like, maybe they should get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to die. Arlong's on the way. Usopp's dead. They should all get the hell up out of there. And that's when Zoro's like, I ain't going nowhere. Alright? You guys can get the fuck up out of here. My captain's right there. He's the reason why I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Alright? You miss me with all that weak ass shit. You can go. Bye. And the two fucking dipshits, they leave like cowards. They bye. Fuck out of here. And when they leave, they show a nice scene. See, it's moments in One Piece that I love. I love these subtle moments. They show Sanji and Zoro just talking to each other for a minute. Nami takes off crying after all of this shit, right? Sanji asks Zoro, why does he think Nami started to cry when she ran off? And Zoro's like, I don't fucking know, man. Maybe she feels guilty for killing Usopp. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna ride or die. I'm gonna ride with my captain, bro. I don't want her on the crew either way, but if my captain wants her on the crew, she's on the fucking crew. That's Zoro for you guys. And Sanji's a gentleman, man. When it comes to the ladies, he always has a big heart. When it comes to ladies and people starving, anybody starving, he has a big heart. And he basically tells Zoro, like, you think Nami would kill Usopp? They then show the god, still alive, guys. You thought he was dead? He's a fucking god. Stop playing with me. Show how he didn't die. So basically, Nami, when she goes to stab him, she basically stabs her own hand, right? And it made it seem like Usopp got stabbed. And she basically did that so Usopp can escape. Basically finds the gang. He runs up to them. When he runs up to them, Zoro and Sanji are in the middle of an argument, and he basically catches a boot right to the face. Bink! And that's when Luffy wakes up. They then cut to Noshiko walking back to her house. And Nami's in there, fucking the place up, throwing shit, breaking shit, crying, whatever, being emotional. And Noshiko basically tells her that she met some of the new guys on the island. She asked Nami, like, who are they? Like, one of them told me that you smiled. And she also tells Nami, like, that's rare for you to smile. Who are they? Who are these guys? And that's when they show Nami remembering all the good times they've had so far. And she says she would join him if she could. Cuts back to the Straw Hats, and Usopp tells them how Nami helped him escape. You know, and she basically helped him escape so he wouldn't kill all the fishmen and, you know, just end the whole arc right there, you know what I mean? He wanted to save some of the fishmen for some of the guys to fight later on. Let's be real. As he's talking to him, Noshiko pops up out of nowhere. And like I'm saying, between her and Nami, they're on some shank shit. This whole arc, you guys. They just pop up out of nowhere wherever they want to. That's when Usopp tells Luffy that he knows no, and that she's Nami's sister. That's when they show Sanji. Noshiko's about to tell him about Nami's situation with Arlong, but Luffy's like, I don't give a shit, and he just walks off. And they ask him, where you going? I'm going for a walk, guys. I don't give a shit about all this. Cuts back to the Kokiyashi villagers waiting for a marine ship at the ports. And it's that same weasel-ass marine they showed in the beginning of the arc doing business with Arlong. Oh, I don't even remember his fucking name. Oh, weasel bastard. I hate him. But he tells Genzo to take him to Nami's house.